Welcome to it. Welcome to it. Just Incredible's Liftoff Show on Power 106. Today I am joined by the iconic group, my brothers, De La Soul.
Peace, my brother.
Welcome in, fellas. Welcome in, man.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Thank you, guys.
Peace, man.
It's an honor and a privilege, to sit here with you. Also joined today by my boy George, who his social media handle is A Tribe Called Hip Hop. So you know what type of time we're going to be on today.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
We're giving y'all flowers, man. We celebrating to have you here and the release of the new project. Being a student of the game and growing up on hip hop, it's really an honor and a privilege to sit with y'all today and represent this amazing logo as well. So I thank you guys for taking the time to drop in.
Thank you, man.
Indeed, man. We're honored to be here.
Of course.
Man.
De La Soul is here. Brand new album is on the way.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit off mic. I could see the excitement in y'all faces, man, and in your body language, man. Talk to us about the release of the new project, bro.
I mean, like any project, when we get to it, man, it's nothing like seeing what you had in, ideas and, they come to become full-fledged songs, and people you may have wanted on certain songs, they actually get on it and changes and everything to then put it out to the world. So this album, in regards to that, is no different. But a big thing that is obviously different is that we had the intent to make the best album we could. In honor of our brother Dave, who we lost,
Of course.
In the physical, but his energy is ever so present throughout this album, and that was intentional for us, I should
Absolutely.
say. It's a beautiful album.
It's a beautiful album,
We're very
man.
proud of it.
Front to back, yeah, definitely, man. Cabin in the Sky.
Yes.
Talk to us about the title of the project.
It's
I
like
love
Dave working on the record from heaven, man.
Yeah, man.
For real, literally. The way the record comes together is definitely been songs that he had recorded well before he passed.
Yeah.
But it just fit with how it came together. Paz doing what he did lyrically to make it all sound therapeutic.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And yeah, man.
I know releasing this for the fans, it means a lot to y'all, man.
It definitely
First
does.
one in 9 years, right?
Yeah, man, definitely.
And like I said, I use the word refreshing outside, man. It's it just gives me that feeling, that classic De La,
Thank you.
Thank y'all, man.
Yo, so on the album, Pause, you have the line you says, if y'all stop, he stops. So what does it mean to you to continue the De La legacy?
I mean, it means everything. I mean, it was something that we felt from the beginning, right after losing him. We wanted to honor him. We know we were that close to putting out us physically standing next to each other and seeing our music and hearing our music finally go up. So, I mean, all the plans that we had for what we wanted to do right after that, I immediately came to Mace like, look, man, we got to, honor our brother. We got to continue to keep this going. But when we went to the memorial that was held at his home, his sister, Cindy, and a couple of her other family members pulled us to the side. And they just told, Cindy stood right there and touched me, and Mace was like, look, we love y'all, and we just need y'all to understand, though, if y'all stop, I don't know where y'all are in your minds, but if y'all stop, Dave stops. And she just letting us know, we as his family do not want y'all to stop making music.
Man.
We want to continue to hear y'all and the loveliness and the happiness that y'all put out to the world. And that's what we had already kind of spoke on, and to have their blessing as well.
Right.
Was something we felt as Mace would say, it's a responsibility.
For real. Powerful.
We had tons of plans, too, before he passed, too, anyway. A lot of things we had intended on doing once we had got our catalog back.
Right. We want to get into that.
There was a lot of conversation of projects in the play. Cabin in the Sky initially was supposed to be the Premium Soul on the Rocks project with Pete Rock and Premier. But obviously with losing Dave, it morphed into something a little bit more. And it still has Pete and Preem's presence on it as well. So I feel like, we still met the commitment of that project, but as well as honoring our brother.
That's right. That's right, man. 20 new songs. 20 new songs on this thing, man.
Right.
Y'all really rolled it out. Gave the fans and the family, what we needed, man. Features on the project. Nas, Black Thought,
Killer Mike.
Killer Mike.
One of the most exciting features I'm really excited about.
Talk about it. Talk
Killer
about
Mike,
it.
I mean, it's a song about 16 for your moms, you know? So it's, Pos honoring his moms who had no longer been with us since we started, And then bringing in Killer Mike, who had the same experience,
Interesting.
So, and, talking about your mother is something unique.
Yeah, sure.
Very unique, and I think we all need to love our mothers, man. We only got one, man.
We only got one, man.
And my mom's still alive.
Thank
so,
God.
So
Thank God.
Yeah.
There's no love like a love from your mom, man.
Without question.
No question.
Nah, man.
No, and I love how vocal you are on the album. Even on that record, Killer Mike says, "I got 24." You're like, no, keep it short and sweet.
Right.
I love that.
Right.
I love that.
Keep it short, B. Wrap it up. Wrap it up, B. 16 only.
What were some of the studio sessions like in really crafting this project, man?
Studio is home to us no matter where we are, man. It's like it becomes your home, and where you flush out and provide these ideas into the mic. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just therapeutic always for me to be in the studio to get these creative ideas out. And it was fun, even with the intention and having the goal and the mission to do this album and make sure we represent ourselves and Dave to the best. To get there still, it just feels like a breath of fresh air.
I bet.
So it was easy to get done,
And you got Juan Carlo narrating the project.
Man, listen.
Yeah, talk about it, man.
Listen, Mr. Esposito, man, we love that dude. I mean, as an actor, as a person, I know Mace can agree. We've seen him talk outside of movies. And he has such an inspirational story, and he's just a really solid person. He had came to a show we had a few years back in London, and he just came to the show. He was sitting right in the front row. I pulled him up on stage. He said something so beautiful to the crowd in honor of Dave. So
Wow.
When it came down to figuring out this idea to have the beginning of the album start as it did, he just had just an amazing voice that we felt that would be commanding and work for it. And so when we asked him, he was just like, "I'm in."
Damn, that's dope.
And and obviously he's an amazing actor, man.
Oh man,
He's someone who as well care about the art,
for sure,
care about his work.
for sure.
Yeah, man.
So it's great to have.
Love that touch on the album, man. Really do. The first couple songs you released off the project, you had The Package. Talk to us about that joint.
I mean, come on, man. It's Pete Rock. I mean, what else you gonna say?
Facts.
Right.
No,
It's Pete Rock
Right.
on the beat. I mean, it's infectious. I mean, when we first heard it, me and Dave were just so in sync with that record, and we was like, "Yo, we gotta do it." And it was just really rhymes, like a rhyme, some what we felt is some great rhymes over beats. And I just happened to say in my rhyme, I just started off like that with saying The Package, and I remember Dave was like, "Yo, Merce, that's a dope title. Like, we should call it The Package." And I was like, "All right." Say less. We could do that. So it's a great record.
That's right, man. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the new project. Take a trip down memory lane with some of the classics.
Yeah, no, I wanted to know on the new project, you have the song with Common and Slick Rick, and you guys kind of flipped that Hey Young World.
Fire.
What was sort of the inspiration to do that?
Just wanting to talk to the kids, man. That's another Pete Rock record. And when I first heard it, I immediately, I was at his crib. He had just worked on it. He'd start playing it, and he saw me behind him. I just stood up, started pacing, and he was doing something on his own, like something, and I heard that. I latched onto it, and I just started saying "Hey Young World." I just thought that was the first thing I heard, and then he heard what I was doing. He was like, "Woo, that sounds dope." I said, "Yo." Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it Young World. And from that, just me trying to figure out the words, and I got Young World. I was like, I just started thinking this could be about something where we talk to kids, in a good way, not always downing them. Us older statesmen in this business always got to down the young dudes. And I just felt like it was supposed to be from a place of yo, we're here to help.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to sing it the way I did and rhyme it the way I did. And so then later, getting my brother Common on it was just an easy layup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Also, you got the Nas feature on the project. You know, crazy collaboration on the album. I really love what he's speaking on.
Yeah.
In his verse, you know, the music industry and specifically what the internet has done to the music industry. I wanted to get y'all thoughts on that specifically.
I mean,
it got its pros and cons, man. You know, here's the deal. If a lot of these cats probably wouldn't have gotten a record deal
without
if they came through the traditional methods, you know. So, you know, that kind of eliminate the gatekeeping to a degree, but also it got a lot of trash out there too.
Yeah, a lot of shit.
Because it's a lot of undeveloped talent. You know,
well said.
You know, things that could use some artist development. Fact. You know, that's the part that's kind of gone lost.
Yeah.
You know, so it's once again in creativity, trying to find some balance. You know, really trying to constructively criticize the youth and what they're doing, and hoping that there's an element that could be implemented to the raw talent that they already have, so they can be around longer. They can be the total package, other than it's that raw energy that's just developing in the room. Because you got to go from that to a full song. You know?
Exactly.
And a lot of them still sound like incomplete songs. That's what it just sound like demos.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I mean, what was that feeling like to get you? Because y'all catalog was literally not on streaming services for quite some time.
Yeah, we missed the download era. We just catching the season part of streaming, you know.
Yeah.
And it's not so nice. They don't pay so well.
Crazy.
So, you know, but for the most part, we're here to be a part of the fabric, man, because we still love making music.
No doubt.
You know, and now that the catalog is out.
Thank God, yeah.
You know, winning that war has been a beautiful thing.
Winning that war. Yeah, man, for real. What was the moment where it was almost like, you know, fans don't just want this, but we need this? Like, was there a moment where you were like, yo, like that responsibility word, right? Where it's like, this has to happen. This isn't like nothing selfishly.
Yeah.
This is like, yo, the world needs this.
We proved that they needed it when at one point we was trying to like really communicate and work alongside Warner at one point, who had control of the masters, and they kind of, you know, they just felt like it was going to be a heavy lift. They realized that there was a possibility, whoever fault it was, that there was a lot of uncleared samples throughout the entire bunch of records. So when we took it upon ourselves on Valentine's Day to give it away for free, it kind of broke the internet. And then Warner's was pissed, but then they saw, like, we showed them like the data, and they was like, yo, like, it took that to let them know that
there's something worthy
there's
here.
something worthy here
to put this out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So by the time, like you said, we went through all that with Tom getting Tom Silverman getting the catalog back, trying to work things out. Wasn't really working, and we got into our little thing. It just turned to the fact that once we got through all that, man, we just want to make sure that the fans could just have this and enjoy it, because like you said, like, they need it. We needed it.
He ended up selling the catalog to a company called Reservoir Media.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they played a part of making it all right.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Because when he sold it, they bought the problem. And he was part of that problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And they came and fixed the problem.
Damn, okay. Shout to them for sure. For sure. It's amazing. It's amazing to, just be able to go on digital platforms now.
Yeah.
And really.
And see your work.
Yeah, for real. And live with it and really digest the bodies of work, man.
Yeah, man.
So many great, you know what I'm saying, songs, and it's just a journey. It's a journey through hip hop. You know what I mean? A journey through our lives, my boys. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
I was definitely one of the fans that downloaded the whole catalog, and I love how you guys put in the B-sides, the low key cuts, which was crazy. But then you guys leaned into the fans with And the Anonymous Nobody. Like, was that 2 years later, 3 years?
Yeah, right after all that.
You did the Kickstarter campaign. Like, what did you guys learn from that process?
It was, it was like on the job training going through the Kickstarter thing. We took really a good amount of time and asked a lot of different people who had put out Kickstarters, and we tried to see what was successful, what wasn't, because we wasn't sure if that was something that was for us. We wasn't sure how our fans would take it. But we talked to a lot of different people and realized that a lot of our fans partook on that on that platform.
Yeah.
And we were basically late to the party.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, so it was, but we spent a lot of time, and even doing the music, working out a game plan, thinking of tiers and things that the fans would love.
Right.
We put a lot of time into that, and so when we finally presented to our fans, they was hooked.
I mean, what was really cool, we ended up superseding our goal.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up getting the money that we were kind of used to getting. At this time, though, being able to sustain the rights to the record, though, with the type of budget that we were conditioned.
You guys did it in like 10 hours.
Yeah.
Something crazy.
Pretty much.
It was something.
Yeah.
It was something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just to keep refreshing the page and kept seeing that number jump up.
Damn.
That was the most. That was so much anxiety.
I still think the fans to this day.
Yeah, man.
Feeling like we're a reliable source to make good music.
I mean, and it's kind of like where we are right now with even promoting this album. You hit your friends. You're like, hey, you're my friend. You have 4 million people. Please let people know. And then, you do all that stuff. But the fans, man, they held us down. Like,
100%.
It was just amazing, man.
100%.
It was amazing.
I mean, y'all earned our trust. So many years ago, man.
Really?
Let's take a step down memory lane a little bit. One thing we love on this show is just sharing those stories. You know what I'm saying? I think about 1993, the song "Break of Dawn." Take me back to the era, the sessions, the vibe, the feelings.
It was for me, because it was a song I put together. It was really like watching Michael Jackson do he was doing something on the air, and he was just going through a bunch of his songs, and I happened, for whatever reason, have the Smokey Robinson record on like my turntable. So when I was playing it, and then I just thought to myself, like, wow, like this Quiet Storm record could go with the I Can't Help It record. And like this time, I still really didn't have like a bunch of equipment in my house to put it together. I just started putting it together in my head.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, man, I'm going to bring this to the studio and see if it'll work. I was like, yo, I'm going to take the Pointer Sisters Can't beat. Yeah, I think that'll match. I was trying different beats, and I was like, yeah, like I heard it. I said, I think this can work. And when I took it to the studio, it worked. And Paul was like, yo, this is crazy. And then Paul added, like he went in the booth, he grabbed some scissors, and he put the shit. He did that with a bunch of scissors. And then he added the na. It was dope, man. It was and when it's dope when you have an idea, like I said, you place it down, and then it just inspires everyone else, and then they start throwing in their ingredients.
Comes to life for real.
And then I had the Bismarck saying, I want to. He was saying it, but people was like, nah, Cold Chillin', they be kind of bugging if you, on samples, if you sample them. So then that's Drez just happened to be in the session. I was like, yo, Drez, go in the booth and say, I want to. And so that's how Drez wound up doing it.
Damn, that's fire. Fire story.
Yeah,
when you look back at 3 Feet High and Rising, did y'all know you were about to completely rewrite the rules, of hip hop, of what hip hop sounded like?
Not at all.
No idea.
Really?
Nah.
No clue.
We knew we had a chance to make an album, and for some reason, the label wasn't bothering us. Anything we would do and then go up to play them, they were just amazed, happy. And so we were just living out our dream of just making an album. That's all we were doing. We had no understanding of what it could do, what it could be, what could it change. We hadn't really traveled yet at that point. Maybe with the first single, probably went to Boston, or maybe L.A., came out to L.A. to the World of Wills when that was still
World of
rocking.
Wills, yeah.
But other than that, we didn't know. Plug tuning was slow, so Houston liked that. But the album,
no big speculation.
We didn't know what it could do.
Like
really,
that.
no projection like that, huh?
Didn't even understand what that meant. Because to us, a successful record was the people you loved and you heard on the radio, they played it.
Yeah.
So if Red Alert played it, we won. If Mr. Magic played it,
win. That's a W.
Yeah.
Right.
So to have someone be like, nah, but someone in UK's playing it. Someone over here in LA's playing it. Wait a minute, y'all gotta get on a plane and go. We was like, what? Like, we didn't know.
Yeah. No, Stakes is High, specifically the record, the title track, that was something I heard on the radio. LA played it heavy.
Yep.
You know, and that was a great time. A great
that
time.
was an amazing time.
Yeah, man.
Without question.
So like when I think about you guys, I often think about it might blow up, but it won't go pop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how did you guys like march to your own drum while hip hop was changing in that era? It was moving fast.
It was, man. Especially when we were working on Balloon Mind State.
I think what led to being able to march to our own drum was when we were told that the first record wasn't going to be really a success. Like it was told about 20,000 records sold maybe.
Like that.
Ended up doing way more than that. So how can somebody tell you how to make a record after that point? You mean your confidence go through the roof. How to make a record, you know.
I'm him. I know. I'll tell y'all what's gonna pop.
And for me, one of the things that definitely stuck was one of the lessons from Daddy O from Stat was like, how you come in this game is how you're gonna leave. So it was important for us to always make records that we liked ourselves.
Yeah.
Not
Very
to be
important.
selfish with the audience. Of course you want everybody to like your record. But if you're not leaving the studio happy with your record, or you're making a record with the intention to make someone else happy and not yourself, it's not gonna work.
Facts. It's not gonna click. It's not gonna click.
Question.
Damn, can y'all speak on that a little bit too, especially for some of the young MCs who are watching right now, you know? Just hearing those no's or having opinions in the room where, you know, they could even be down on themselves because creatively there's so much noise, right? Just that confidence to just kind of trust your gut.
I mean, you have to realize that the loudest voice you can always hear is your own voice. That's the loudest voice you can hear.
Yeah.
You don't be listening to it. You may not be trying to pay attention to it, but you can't run away from yourself. You can't walk past the mirror without seeing yourself. You know when you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. You can turn around and be like, but I'm going to do it for this process. I'm going to do it because this is a means to this lane. And sometimes when you get to that lane, you realize like, wow, I gave up something. I gave up something that I love just to get to this spot. And now you're chasing how to stay at that spot. You know, you rest on do all that, doing what you love to do. We stayed in a place of like, it don't matter if our brothers tribe got this amazing megaton bomb called Midnight Marauders, but then these guys, Wu-Tang Clan from Staten Islanders came out, whatever. We marched to our own drum. We loved all that, but we still had to do music the way we needed to do music wherever we were at that point.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that 100%. 100%. And it's so crazy because creatively an artist can go into that world a little bit where you said it might not fully be them, and then they're chasing something that's not super authentic. It gets a little less authentic each time. And
a lot of times just the artist being coerced by the label to maybe more than anything recreate something they did before.
That's true too.
Yeah.
So it's always kind of that.
Right.
You never want to lose the support of, especially in those times, of your label, you know. And so when you have, we've had many issues at any given time with our former label, but we had a lot of leeway to do what we need to do.
Yeah.
I cannot act like they didn't. They weren't, and here it is. We were managed by Russell Simmons. But if we were on Def Jam, it probably would have been a bigger fight.
Yeah.
Think so? For sure, huh?
For us,
sure,
because
for sure.
we were...
Really?
We were
even over the years learning Def Jam as a label, it'd have been a big fight.
Yeah.
I even know artists over there who are really in a true creative lane and even LL had difficult times expressing some things creatively.
Interesting.
They made it.
What you gonna tell the big bad Def Jam? Like, we got so many successes. No, De La, you need to make a record like Skilo. And I'm like, no, we don't. That's what, because that's...
We're going to let Skilo do what Skilo do, and we're going to do what we do.
Exactly. PM Dawn do what they do.
Yeah. Damn.
Yo, that's
so many legendary... Y'all are on the Mount Rushmores for so many of ours favorite groups of all time. Who are some of y'all favorite groups of all time?
Oh, wow.
I know there's so many to name, right?
Yeah.
Just a couple that just, we've already said a few in the interview.
And that could change any given day of the week. You know what I mean?
Facts.
One of them, for me, Boogie Down Productions, Kara's one is just so up there.
Are we just talking about rap? Or are we, you know what I mean?
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can go.
I'd like to hear who is not in rap.
Funkadelic, Parliament Funkadelic.
Yes, sir.
Just for their whole being of being on the one, taking everything from that was so contrived by James Brown to being so free, and letting everybody just be, and letting that creative spirit just flow, and then the characters that came to life out of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And characters live on forever. You know what I mean? So I always loved that about, what they created.
Funky B. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Legendary, man.
I always wanted to know, you guys did the remix to the NERD She Wants to Move. I can't really find any info on that online. Like, can you talk to me about what that session was? Were you guys all together?
Nah, we had found out Pharrell was making this record. Well, wanted to do a remix to that record. He got on the phone with me, and he was like, "Yeah, I really want to do this. I love y'all, and I love y'all styles. And the guys that I want to be on a part of the record are the guys who I feel who have great cadences. Like, Posh always came with dope cadences. So he was like, yo, I would like to have Q-Tip do this type of cadence from this particular record. I think it was The Luck of Lucian. But he was like, I want Busta to do this type of record. He was naming a lot of people that wound up never even getting on the record. And he said, and I want you and Dave to do the cadence from Buddy and blah, blah, blah. So, all right, cool. But crazy shit is like, I knew that I wasn't going to do that. Like, I'm listening to what he's saying, but I had a feeling like I don't think other people's going to really do it.
Right.
And so I was like, I'm not gonna do that. Like I
took,
it
got to flow into the style of the
I took pieces of different cadences of certain songs we did, and that's how I did it. And then next thing I know, it wound up being that, wait a minute, Common's on it, Mos is on it. I was like, all right, and then that's why I was like, okay, I know how these dudes gonna come with their rhymes. So then, the version I heard, it didn't even have the Jungle Brothers chorus to it. So it's like, so when me and Dave did it, and then when we heard the end result, we was like, yo, this is a really dope record. But me and Dave wasn't playing. Like, we kind of was like locked in, like, yo, we going to try to murder this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we came at it like that. That's a really dope remix.
It is.
So
it's not on streaming, so maybe you could tell Pharrell.
Yeah, make it happen.
There.
Yeah, no, that was.
But I love that
remix.
Because it's a modern Native Tongues posse cut.
Indeed.
Which we don't really have a lot of those. I was going to ask you if you could talk about the Buddy remix with everybody on it too.
Look, that song was already a fun song to make. Like, not just like a great song that ended up on our first album, but the session itself, feeling out, already becoming really good friends with Jungle and Tribe, it was just a great record to make. So when it was time to do a remix, we were already on this thing as De La, like, when we remix, we're going to revamp. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean...
I miss the remix. Like, I miss the true remix.
Pretty much all new music.
Yeah.
So already, as Mesa said this story, like, we were already, like, from a live standpoint with Buddy, kind of messing with Heartbeat. So he's like, yo, why don't we make that the remix? Like, this Native Tongue Decision remix. And everyone was there that session. Like, everyone, I don't know if someone was like amped, like, wow, y'all gonna do it the Heartbeat? We did it the Heartbeat. Mace doing the forget it. It was over. Like, when you heard that kazoo thing with the Heartbeat record,
out of here.
Everyone was like, all right. And I remember, like, he was like, yo, we gonna do new rhymes? No. We're gonna do the same rhymes, but let's say it over and like a little bit more hype. And man, it just went down. And then when we added Moni, forget it. Added Moni on that record, it was great. So it's just one of those.
We added Moni and Phife.
Yeah, it was one of those remixes that, man, it just kind of set the tone for the rest of the crew. Like, yo, we got to go there. Like, we got to go there with the remix. And even saying that, we had no idea it would become like the version that everyone want to hear. When people think of Buddy, they think of that They don't think of the original.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Long live Phife too, man.
Oh,
You mentioned
without question.
Phife.
Yeah.
What can y'all share with us about Phife? I think like his birthday is coming up in the next week or two. You know, any stories or what comes to mind when you
5-foot assassin,
man.
the freestyle fanatic.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Phife was a fun dude, a good
My
dude.
bro, my baby bro, I miss him.
Yeah, man, miss him, man. Sports dude, and had a really solid heart. Like when you would like, and he, you know, these are things that you can see in your peoples that you care about, but you don't necessarily talk about. He had like a soft-spoken aspect of him, and it was almost something he would catch himself and go back hip-hop. But it was dope to see that really soft-spoken side of Phife when he could just be chilling and there's not a lot of people around, man. He was just a good guy, man. I mean, even beyond when he was getting sick, he would just roll out with us on the road and just jump in on our set because he just missed the performing aspect of things because Try really wasn't doing it too much at that time. So Phife would just roll out to all of our shows and just jump out in the middle of the set and do some Tribe stuff or his own stuff, and he loved it. You know what I'm saying? He was a beautiful brother. Yeah, man.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Long live Phife.
Indeed.
What do y'all feel is y'all most slept on De La album?
Balloon Mind.
Yeah, Balloon
State.
Mind State.
Yeah.
And you know what? Crazy enough, it's hard to say that because now we've noticed as we've gotten older, a lot of people have now coming back to us and telling us how much they love that
They
album.
kind of grew into that.
Yeah.
That I maybe an Anonymous.
Yeah, I would say Anonymous Nobody.
Okay.
That album is
The
banging.
Anonymous Nobody.
It was so much fun making that record.
That one slept on.
Yeah.
It was so much fun making that record.
You had a good time making that record.
And
That one-
Anonymous Nobody reminded me personally a lot of 3 Feet High Rising because we were just doing, you know, to know that we spent like almost 3 to 4 months just like jamming with a band and then treated them
sample
as
from
the
the band.
sample, you know, our samples. We just sampled and chopped them up in all different ways. And yeah, man, that was a great record to make. A great record. Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about the First Serve album?
I hate that record.
That's not a De La record.
I just was
but-
curious,
That's a
like,
project.
Well, you know, and it's crazy to say it like that because big up to my brothers who were involved because they're my family right now. I mean, the people who played on the album, they became our band that we use when we're overseas, and the brothers Chocolate and Khalid, they're beautiful guys. They came with this idea. They had money. They was like, yo, we want to do this idea, and we entertained it. But meaning myself and Dave, and we was kind of naive to think that, okay, this is this French record that's going to come over here in France, and that was ridiculous because like we was already well into the digital age, and whatever was going to happen there, you know what I'm saying, other people was going to hear it. So the recording of the song of the songs for the album, I had a lot of fun doing because it was more sampled based, but they then went and revamped a lot of the stuff and put a live take on it. So it kind of changed the feel of where I was when I rhymed to some of the stuff. So that kind of threw me off. But then I got used to it and it was cool. But then where I kind of, unfortunately for me, hated it was when we decided to tour it live. Because I was just kind of already over with that. I wanted to go back, focus on some De La things, but you know, it is what it is. It was cool to do, and then when it came out on the I think Duck Down, I was like, what the hell? Like, why did they do that? Like, so yeah, I didn't really care for that album, to be quite honest.
I got another deep cut one for you.
Mm-hmm.
In the early 2000s, you guys did a video game song for Parappa the Rapper 2. Did Sony approach you for that, or how did that even happen?
It was about it being a part of the Parappa the Rapper game. They wanted us to do like a song, which we did. Once again, okay, cool, we did the song. We was just trying to move on. It was like, nah, we want to do a video. I was like, all right. But then after a while, like once again, it was kind of like, okay, doing this video, this is out of control. This is kind of corny. I think I almost feel like we looked uncomfortable in that video because we know we didn't really want to do that. We didn't want to do the video.
It should have just been for the game.
Yeah, it was just supposed to be for the game. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. And y'all are Grammy nominated. You know what I mean? What was that feeling like after that long break? You dropped the album, right? And then the album's up for it's like Rap Album of the Year at the Grammys.
Yeah.
What was that win like for y'all?
I mean, to be a part of these nominations, it's cool, man. You know, I mean, obviously there's so many other things that go with it, but to be a part of it, get the nomination, see some of the people you're fans of,
right.
You know what I mean? They're fans of you. All of that is just, it's cool, man.
Super dope.
Yeah, man.
It is.
You know, you can act like, and you know, it's understandable. There are some people that really truly feel that way, but you can, you know, to be recognized for what you do, man. It's not. It's respectful. You love it, and let alone when you look at this establishment of being a kid and watching artists you love that was on these platforms,
right.
This award show. Of course, it feels great to feel like, wow, I'm in the shoes of people that I love. That, you know, we're being, you know, honored for something, and that's great.
I mean, it's shocking.
Yeah.
To be nominated, then
Man.
to turn around and win, you know, on occasions.
Yeah,
it's a nice feeling, man.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. Obviously, you're proud of the new album. You know what I'm saying? Talk to the people about, you know, this project and what this means to get it back out for the fans. Obviously, continue the legacy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for first and foremost, we needed to get this album out for us, as we've done every album. But in making the record, we feel proud and know that, wow, wait till our fans hear this. Wait until this person hear that. Even down to like friends of ours who are in the industry, like, wait till Busta here, run it back. Yo, wait till this you know, like, you just feel good about the music. And that's where it was, man. Like, and even in terms of what that was a little painful to deal with, like on certain songs like Different World, when I wrote that last verse for Dave, or the title track Cabin in the Sky, that was like our reminisce over you for Dave. And that was it wasn't difficult because the rhymes just came, but it was difficult not to cry as I was writing them. But I mean, it was still just such a great record. Like, I just keep listening. I remember I kept playing it because I'll listen to records from that standpoint of like viewing where a rhyme could sound better, or is everything marrying itself. And I remember playing it in the car for my youngest daughter is having me in the car. And she's like, Daddy, why you keep playing it? That's so sad. Like, you know, it's talking about Dave. And I was like, well, nah, man, it's art. And it's something that's truthful to my journey with Uncle Dave. So, but yeah, man, I love this album, bro.
I'm waiting on one person's reaction.
What?
And that's Chuck D.
Oh, word.
Chuck D's reaction.
I'm waiting for Chuck to hit it right.
Yeah. No, I can't wait till a lot of people, and definitely the fans. I really feel they're gonna feel like something that Premier said that was so dope. When he heard it, he just had this amazing smile, and he said, "Merce," because everyone calls me Merce. He was just like, "It's authentically De La." Like,
authentically De La, exactly.
Authentically De La.
Exactly.
You accomplished that. Then let's just talk about how effing dope this is, and the lyrics and da-da-da-da, and Dave's on it. But people just really feel good, in which what we've always tried to do and always do. Like, we stay true to who we are.
Yes, sir.
You know, and that's what we did, and it was successful.
Super dope. It's a part of the Legend Has It campaign.
Yes.
7 artists. What Mass Appeal has done is so special.
Yeah, man, it really is.
Talk a little bit about how dope these releases are.
Well, it's dope from the standpoint of, like, we're down with people that these are our peers, but we're fans. We're students of them, whether they came before us or after us. We study Ghost, we study Ray, let alone Slick Rick. So to be asked to be a part of the Legends campaign, and
inspired to make music with them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, man. It was an honor to be asked, and like I said, it allowed us to get into. It's like someone gave us the green light to get off our behinds and get back into these studios and do what we need to do. It was like, yo, you want to be a part? We said, I would love to be a part. He said, well, it got to come out this year, though. And so
right.
We had, all right, yeah, we got to dust off and get going with it. And I feel we stood to the challenge.
100%. Cabin in the Sky is the name of the project. De La Soul is here. Thank you guys, man.
Thank you for having us.
Not just for today, but the whole journey.
Amen.
Everything y'all have done for hip hop, man. And I know I speak for my boy Tribe Called Hip Hop and everybody at Power 106, man. Really, thank you guys so much for coming through.
Peace, bro.
It's love and an honor, man. You know it, brother. You know it. That's right. De La Soul, Just Incredible's Liftoff Show.
Yeah,
we on
man.
Power 106, baby. Go get that album, Cabin in the Sky, baby.
No doubt.